Roman Empire, Reign of Blood.
Nice.
That's a good podcast
It's good.
voice.
You got a good voice for it. Not a whole lot.
I got a good face for it, too.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Netflix Explorers podcast. The podcast where we take these movies and we shoot them with Cupid's arrow from the 1890 studios. My name is Dale.
I'm sick as a dog, but you're never too sick to podcast. My name's Adam.
And my name's Patrick, but I've ran all out of comedic bits, so let's go.
I came for the Tide Pods, but stayed for the bath salts. My name is Kyle.
Today we're going over the Polka King, Roman Empire Reign of Blood, and the Loft. Please stick around. Hello! Gentlemen, back in the saddle again. My cousin Kyle, sitting to my left. What's going on, Kyle?
Oh, not too much, Dale. It's a pleasure to be here in the 1890 studios.
Is it everything you imagined?
It's a lot larger than I imagined. I was on the elevator earlier.
Yeah.
And
did you get stopped by anybody from Amazon? Because they're roaming around. A lot of times they take the wrong floor and they get off at the 1890 studios.
Well, they used to be on this floor.
Right.
I heard.
Yeah, Bezos.
Well, I'm glad you said it was bigger than you thought. We try to be modest about it's a really nice studio, but we want to be modest about our studio space.
Right. And who's upstairs? Michelle's upstairs? Is she?
No, dude.
Donna's upstairs.
You still got that hangover.
You've been calling her Michelle for a week now.
You know what?
I got
Michelle.
emails from her, and she's not happy about it.
She's not?
No.
I haven't been copied on either, though.
I just said tell Dale about it. What do you want me to tell him?
Right.
Patrick. I know your name. It's not my fault.
Patrick, what's going on, dude?
Nah, man, it was an Adam Peller style drive over here.
Yeah?
I didn't get to gut
harrowing and awesome.
Oh, maybe that's the wrong word.
Well, we're glad you made it, man. Through the endless train tracks of the region. Surprised you made it through. AP, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, too.
You're sick. Why?
Yeah.
What?
Dude, white blood cells suck. That's my problem right now. They're not stepping up.
All right. Well, it's Valentine's Day, boys. We all got
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Dale.
Valentine's Day.
I didn't get you anything, but not this year.
You didn't
I'll
write
make
me
up for it
any
next year.
Valentine's Day like little cards or anything like that? No candies?
Dude, I miss that. I think we should do that beyond school and into adulthood.
It's never stopped for me.
Yeah.
I keep them in my car often and hand them out to people.
Well, you got to get them when they're on sale, and then you just leave them in your car.
Oh, no, these are
the
from
season.
last year.
Oh, perfect.
You doing anything with Julie today?
No. My love is enough, I suppose. No, I don't know.
Must be nice.
No, you just got. I don't know. What about you guys? Anything? Any Valentine's Day plans besides watching? I don't know, The Loft, Roman Empire, Reign of Blood, or Polka King?
Well, I thought The Loft would be a good Valentine's Day movie, so I was planning on.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if that is true at all. The Loft 2014 film. 5 married guys conspire to secretly share a penthouse loft in the city, a place where they can carry out hidden affairs and indulge in their deepest fantasies. So I don't know about the whole Valentine's Day.
Love is dirty.
Love is dirty. 6.3 IMDb. Mystery, romance, thriller. Adam, roll the trailer.
Gentlemen, there's something I want to show you. Welcome to the Loft. It's our own private oasis.
First there was a secret place. Only you knew
No
about.
messy hotel bills. No questionable credit card activity.
I don't know, I'm not like that.
Where you can turn your
Accepting
desires.
a key to the loft means you accept the rules to the loft. Tell nobody. Have fun.
It's your greatest pleasure.
It's an erotic thriller.
This time, it's for real.
There's a dead girl in the loft.
You gotta call the cops.
Thinking about a wife.
There's a dead woman here, Vincent.
And I feel it running through my veins.
What does it mean? Fate will unite us.
So there's
Something written on the headboard of the bed.
Who is she?
Do we know her?
Until we go down.
The door was locked. The alarm was turned off. Someone got in with one of our keys.
Until we go down.
How many women have you taken to that loft?
You like to play games, huh?
I protecting.
Someone's trying to frame
the deadliest game.
A rejected girlfriend, a jealous boyfriend, someone with a motive.
If all the people who've been hurt find out the truth, what do you think will happen?
Something wrong?
You tell me, Chris.
It's not over. We're gonna find out what happened here, and we will figure a way out.
And I feel it running through my veins.
We all have our secrets.
And I need that fire just to know that I
Very visual.
Yep.
In theaters January of 2014.
I actually really, although the trailer was long and sorry for people listening, is quite visual. That was a great setup. A lot of times you watch these trailers like, man, you blew it, or that's, the emotion of the film's different than the trailer. That trailer was like, really, that sold it.
I was like, man, maybe every time we watch the movies and then I watch the trailer, I'm like, maybe that movie was better than I thought. But like the trailer convinces me, but like, no, I've already seen it.
I just watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I thought that was really good. Adam, Doca Master.
Yes.
What'd you think? Why and what'd you think?
Well, I like the premise. You have 5 guys. They go in a loft together. They find a dead girl. There's a dead girl in the loft. So then, like, hey, only the 5 of us have keys. Which one of us did it? Kind of a murder mystery.
Who done it?
So it's set up pretty well. You got a good cast. The guy from Modern Family, Eric Stone Street, I think is his name, is in it. So it was a different role for him. So I kind of wanted to watch it mainly because of that.
Right.
And it's a good, like I said, it's an erotic thriller.
Yeah.
It's like
it keeps you the whole way through.
Yeah.
Who done it all the way through?
Right. What'd you think?
I really liked it, and it's interesting because I saw this come up on the docket, and I went, all right, I'll give it a watch. And my wife walked in, and she's like, "You've seen this movie already?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." She's like, "Oh, you're right, you fell asleep." And I'm like, "No, I didn't like this one." Dang. And then I, was awake this time, strange. And I was like, "Man, this gets good quick." So I really liked it.
Yeah.
It again, going back to the trailer, it really sets it up because there's a ton of stuff going on. How is it all going to pan out? Well, you got to hang on for the
P-Funk. Why don't you hit me with some movie facts?
Oh, man. So, we got Wentworth Miller in here.
Okay.
From Prison Break.
Yes.
We also have
That's a man.
The head of the season 3 prison in here playing one of the cops.
Okay.
Which was really good. This movie is actually a remake of a Dutch film, and that was also a remake of another film. So this is like the 3rd time they've made it, but
Remake
it's the
of a
first
remake.
time. Yeah.
It says here it's a Belgian original.
Belgian original, Dutch remake.
Oh, dirty.
American remake.
Dirty.
American remake.
This is the Prestige, or not Prestige, Inception of movies.
A remake within a remake.
Yep.
Kyle, what'd you think of this one, dude?
Well, for me, this
was...
I
kind of cut you off, Patrick, in your fact-finding mission.
I just also wanted to add that Tobey Maguire was casted, but declined to be in this movie.
Was he doing something else?
No, I couldn't find anything along the same timeline of this. Might have been a Spider-Man movie or something.
Okay.
I guess 2014, probably not.
Yeah.
But maybe he just wasn't up to keel with everybody else on this, because I think he would have tanked this movie.
Yeah, I don't think with the emotional roller coaster that ensued, maybe it wouldn't be the best. But anyway, Kyle, what'd you think, man?
For this movie, this was my second viewing of it, actually.
Okay.
And I remember enjoying it the first time, but I didn't remember how it ended, so I definitely needed to watch it the second time.
Okay.
And
so you even enjoyed it without even remembering the reveal from the first time.
Right.
So the second time, it's equally as good.
Yes.
Cool.
I enjoyed just going through, mainly, as you can see, they're talking it all through in the loft as they're trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Just those parts, for me, is what kept me going with the story, because they're pulling details, and then you see how they react to
it. Then there's backstory being shot and stuff like that as they tell the tales.
Right.
Yeah, that's super cool. Patrick, what do you think?
How long ago did you watch it the first time?
2 years ago.
2 years. Yeah, I was going to say, like, this movie has, like, a prestige-y aspect to it.
Okay.
Because, like, the second time you watch it, you're going to see different details. Because just watching the trailer, I noticed there was a detail that they kind of showed in there. So if you were paying real close attention to it, you would have noticed. But
you only would have known if you saw it before.
No, you would have known from just that trailer.
Oh, I got
If you were very detail oriented and could remember the trailer perfectly, yes, I agree. You could.
I see. Okay. Is this your first viewing? Second viewing?
This is my first viewing of
What'd you think?
I really liked it. Like
really?
I don't think Wentworth Miller does enough stuff. Because
he used the Prison Break?
Yeah, the Prison Break.
Okay, yeah.
So seeing Prison Break, then watching this, I'm like, what else has he been in? Because he was really good the whole time. And John Marston from Westworld was in it, who was really good. There was a lot of like high caliber acting in it, so I was really impressed with this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was fun to hang on to, and this is very strange for me, as Adam knows, everybody here knows. The guy coming around the corner, and the main person doesn't know it. That makes me panic, anxious, whatever. But this was like worth. The juice is worth the squeeze. I keep trying to fit that phrase in. I mean, one of these days it's going to really land.
Just keep using it.
But it was fantastic to watch these characters develop because everything was a twist. I mean, it started off, gave you the premise. It started the 5 minutes. It was up and rolling. It wasn't okay. Well, we got to figure out who this character is. We got to figure out their backstory. We got to that whole 7 minutes in. It was 5.
Yeah.
It was. We were ready to go. We were off and running, and so I was hooked. And then they're just revealing this, and then what about this? Then they talk about this, and who done it was. That question was asked by everyone, and constantly.
Yeah, the runtime being 108 minutes on it, I really didn't feel like it was dragging at all. So it was, here's the situation, here's why, here's the next situation, here's why, and here's the resolution. It was really well done.
Right. Except there's about 30 of those. Here's the situation.
But it's not like a repetitive 30 like this. It's like making a lasagna, you just got to layer it and layer it and layer it.
Yeah, I would say it's like a slow drip of information. It's like drip, drip,
well, I
drip.
mean, you're asking a question, you get the reward with the information. You're asking a question, you're constantly rewarded throughout the whole movie. You're constantly like, that's what happened. But what about this? That's how it happened.
Yeah. And then at the end, it comes like a flood.
Yeah.
Like how it all concludes.
Right. Something else I wanted to notice is there is a Rolex Oyster. It looks to me probably a 38 millimeter with a black dial. Also, there's a Rolex sub, stainless steel sub, blue dial, and there's an Omega chronograph that was.
Wow.
So anyway, there's something to watch.
Those are all waterproof, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
A little
Very
bit
good.
waterproof, right? So those are in there. Where do we go next? Let's go through these notes a little bit more here, Patrick.
I'm almost a little. I kind of wish we could. There is a prestige factor to it because all this stuff happens, and then if you watch it a second time, you can probably pick up on a lot of things.
Right.
So I'm a little sad that you forgot most of it and you fell asleep the first time you watched it.
We missed our prestige.
It would
moments.
be nice to have that perspective about because I think rewatchability. Not to jump the gun too much.
You can jump it.
But I think it's high because of all the little details that happen, and they almost do little flashbacks in the movie to show you how people reacted to things as they came out.
Right.
And all in all, I think it was a solid movie. I thought it maybe had one twist too many.
Okay.
But I thought it was very entertaining.
Well, I thought, I do too. I think it was entertaining. As far as twist too many, I'm going to push back on you a little bit to use Patrick's phrase here.
A twist too far?
Yeah. No, I mean, a twist too far.
It was a twist not enough.
I mean, dude, it kept going like, okay, well, that's how it ends. And then it's like, no. Well, that's how it ends. No. And then it did it about 15 more times, and you're like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I think that's what I was like. At the end, I was just like, come on.
Right. But it was cool to hang out the whole way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's do our new thing we're doing, pros and cons list. Kyle, you got a list there. I mean, you got to sell it and then you got to hate it. Give me the best of both.
All right. Well, the pro would definitely be the fun watch that it is, as well as hang on for the twists.
Yeah.
Because they not only get you to the end, but they keep you all the way through, like you said. It just is like, what? Like, it just keeps coming. So that's my pro for it. The con is I just felt a little grimy after just kind of everything. Like, obviously, the premise of the movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what it's
It
based
is what
on
it is.
great.
Right, exactly. But other than that, no, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Patrick, can you run through a pros, cons?
Oh,
Give
yeah.
me your top pro, give me your worst con.
My top pro is Wentworth Miller's in it, and he's not in enough stuff.
Okay.
And then my con is...
He's not in enough stuff.
He's still not in enough stuff. No, what was it? It just felt almost too convenient at some points where things were happening, but they kind of explained it, but at the same time, I was like, it's a little convenient.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
I was like, other than that, so if you could just let go of a little bit of it, then this is a sweet
It
ride
fell
for
together a little too cleanly.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. Adam, can you pros, cons?
Yeah, I mean, pros, kind of like we already said, very just if you like movies with twists and whodunit murders.
right.
I mean, like I said, the premise is 5 guys. We all got a key to this loft. Like, there's a dead girl here.
Right.
Like, someone's not telling the truth. Like, and they go through the backstory. It's an entertaining ride. Cons, yeah, it's a little grimy. The guys are kind of crappy people, but that's what makes the movie. It is, I guess.
Right.
And then there's a lot of like. It's like it reminded me of the one movie with Bruce Willis where he was
Tears of the Sun.
No,
Die
that's
Hard.
amazing movie. No, Bruce Willis and Halle Berry. Remember that one? Was it Perfect Stranger?
Yes.
Yes. So it's kind of like an erotic thriller. Like there's a lot of like good looking people boning.
Yeah,
and that's
there's
what's making
steamy-
it's more
steamy.
steamy. And there's a lot of like scenes where they're talking to each other. Like he's talking to this one guy. Like a lot of innuendos. Like, it was great to see you in San Diego. I love your discretion about the project and getting the permits for the project. So,
You know what I mean by permits.
yes.
Yeah.
You seem like a man that gets what he wants.
Right.
Well, you seem like a man that's barking up a different tree.
Yeah, it's like
I'm a dog, but I don't bite that hard. There's like a ton of that.
Those are all like James Bond only uses those once a movie, and they had like 15.
There's literally a whole
Right.
conversation
of innuendos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then their wives are standing right next to them too,
Yeah.
so it's not like
It's like, yeah, you're not discreet.
Yeah.
But they're like giving discreet. I don't know.
Yeah, so maybe a little dialogue.
At that part, I was like, all right, come on. And you didn't even need those guys. I'm talking about the 2 older guys in the
Yes,
movie.
yeah.
You almost just chopped them out. They had I thought it would come back to them. I think that's kind of a diversion.
That could be.
You know?
That could be. I mean, and then I'll go into my pros and cons. The pro is, keeps you there the whole time. 108 minutes, didn't feel like that. It rocketed through. My con is that the information that is like blasted upon you, that's like all these storylines run around and all these people doing this, and everybody's got a backstory, and everybody's got a backstory with the people in their backstory. And you're like, holy crap. And maybe these twists aren't that twisty, but there's just so much information that's shifting so quickly. It's almost frustrating. Maybe it's a twist too far. Maybe that's maybe I'll just go with that as my comment. And then I'm going to send it right back to you, Adam, for rewatch recommend.
Yeah, rewatch is high because of that prestige factor we talked about.
Yeah.
I would like to watch it again just to kind of see what I can pick up on. Recommend? Yeah, I would recommend it. It's a good film. It's not a great film. It's not a bad film. It's just it's solid.
Yeah, solid film. Patrick, rewatch recommend, man.
Yeah, I would definitely watch it again. I definitely recommend it. IMDb 6.3, I think it's a little low for this movie because I could easily give this a 7. I liked it so much.
It could go into 7, sure. Mm-hmm. Kyle, rewatch recommend.
For me personally, now it would be a no on the rewatch because I've seen it twice. But if someone was gonna say watch it, I would say be ready to watch it again or want to watch it again because of that factor. And then as far as we doing recommend?
Yeah, recommend.
Recommend. I would say yes. It was a good movie.
Yeah. I'm on board. I mean, do I need to recommend for sure? Everybody watch it right now. Stop what you're doing. Well, listen to the rest of the podcast. And but rewatch, is it worth the, do I have to watch it 2.5 times to really feel fulfilled with the prestige effect? Which people who, if you're just turning into the podcast now, we add a prestige effect. Basically, you can watch a movie once, it's good. And just like the movie Prestige, it's better when you watch it the second time. So when we say it's prestige, and we've been saying that about 1,000 times, that's what we mean. Maybe we should add it to the glossary. I'm looking at our IT guy over there. Patrick.
Well, hold on. Click, 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 clack, click, click, click. Yeah. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll add it. Yeah,
zoop,
yeah.
zoop. Well, we got to...
That's horrible keyboard sound effects.
Is that what computers sound
I'm
like?
working. It's his new keyboard. I got to work it in.
Beep, boop, beep, bop, boop. We got to bring this one down like a straw aisle. We have to. I'm going to send it back to Kyle. Kyle, can you bring this one down the liquor store aisle?
Ironically, I'm going to say it's a gentleman Jack on the rocks.
Okay.
'Cause these guys, they weren't really gentlemanly
Right.
in what they were doing, but just kind of that vibe, the penthousey vibe.
Sure. Yeah.
Jack on the rocks.
There you go, man. Patrick, what about you?
I got to give it a Stella Artois because I saw them drinking it throughout the movie.
Yes, that's
And,
true. I did notice that.
I was like, this is pretty good beer. This is a pretty good movie.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not. Adam, what do you got?
I gave this one like a Grey Goose because I feel like it's pretty. I don't drink vodka a lot,
Right.
but if you want to go that way, it's a good one to go with.
Classy.
And if you like penthousey guys, they kind of kind of what you were saying, Kyle. Like they would drink this kind of stuff, like
Sure.
Grey Goose on the rocks, because hey, I'm a goose, but I like to fly all the time. Or like they say like
They would use something like
I can't
that.
talk like that at all, and I really wish I could. Just like awesome innuendos,
Right.
but
work on it.
maybe if I drank some Grey Goose, I feel like I could.
This is, for me, this is a Woodford Reserve. It's it's classy. Adam always gives it to the people who send us movies to be reviewed here at the Netflix Explorers. It's a classy drink. It's good. But this, is it good for everybody? I don't know. Are you down with the twist? Is that going to bore you? Are you going to want to hang on for the whole ride? I hope so. I hope I get some Woodford Reserve, but maybe it's not for everybody. So it's kind of on the fence a little bit, but that's what I think for that one. That's The Loft. The next one up is a Netflix original. Am I right in saying that? Roman Empire Reign of Blood. Chronicles the reign of Commodus. Commodus would be the god of the toilet. The commode. Oh,
Sing
man.
pow.
I'm just slaying over here. The emperor whose rule marked the beginning of Rome's fall. 6.7 IMDb documentary biography drama. Now, I didn't rob this one, but I wasn't there for a lot of it. I was watching it. I started fading out, and I conked out. So, anyway, let's roll the trailer. Oh, we can't roll the trailer.
There is no trailer.
Oh, there is no trailer.
Let's go to the control room. Is there a trailer?
In a world where Romans are still alive, there's blood. Dun dun dun.
It's a quick trailer.
It's a quick trailer. I like that one. That was a good one. Thanks, Adam. Trailer person. 6 hour.
One kingdom.
This time, it's for real.
There you go. Just chop that up.
Yeah, we can put that in.
Make that sound good.
Everything in post will work. Okay, there we go. So the notes I do have, very slim notes I have. I could read from Patrick's. Let me go through this real quick. There's 6 1-hour-long episodes, or there's 6-hour-long episodes. Patrick.
That's a good point. There's 6 episodes to this, and each one of them are an hour.
But seem like 6 hours.
Aaron, somebody help me out here. Jacobenko?
That's correct.
And Jerry Turner both guest starred on Starz Spartacus War of the Damned. Jerry Turner starred in the Shannara Chronicles, and the Genevieve Atkin guest starred. Edwin Wright and Jerry Turner were both in Underworld Rise of the Lycans.
Yeah, so Jared Turner's in this movie. I don't know or show if you are.
Is he from Game of Thrones?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's surprising.
Maybe House of Cards.
Maybe House of Cards.
Nope, never him.
What I do, exactly. all people in this should be Rousseau. If you're wondering how that inside joke works, listen to our past podcast. What was Rousseau? Oh, The Punisher.
Yes.
I thought Rousseau was the Punisher.
Yes.
I was sold. I was to IMDb. I was ready to fight Adam.
I was thinking Russo from Lost. I got confused. I got lost.
Wow, you got lost. Hey.
Yeah, I think Papa Steve had a cool hundo on you for that,
yeah,
and you were dead wrong.
I still owe him that. But he didn't, he got his net exy, so, we pushed that
worth
through.
$100 in gold.
Exactly.
So.
We pushed it through for him. I will say this one thing. For a docudrama, they have experts that they're doing the History Channels type thing, but the actual drama part of it is awesome.
Isn't Sean Bean the narrator
Yeah,
for it,
he's
too?
the narrator for
he
it.
doesn't die in it, spoiler. But
This is crazy. Second film. For
Actually,
the,
they do stab the narrator at
Oh.
the last episode. Spoiler.
I didn't get through all that.
The Empire was
Perhaps he was dictating. No, but I thought like visually, a lot of times dramatizations in History Channel stuff, it's like they're like garbage, like all blurry and like it's just stupid action. It doesn't make any sense. But this had really good visual. The dramatizations visually were good. I thought. Kyle, did you watch this one?
I did watch it, and in fact, I watched episode 2 to just compare one and make sure I was getting a good sample.
You went above and beyond. So
did.
you watched one for me then.
I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I caught you up.
So what'd you think, man? I mean, first off, are you a history buff in this realm at all, or no, or yes, or?
In this realm, I am not. I was a little excited at first when I saw the title, Netflix original. I was thinking, this could be pretty cool.
Right.
And then it wasn't quite what I expected.
Okay. Can you dive into that? What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess I hope for more or less a storyline, kind of loosely based on a true story type thing. But it felt like just what your history teacher puts on in class when he doesn't want to teach. Just kind of like, here, we're learning about Rome. So
you were you were looking more story, and this was just all like just kind of like fact timeline.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
And one thing that I did kind of get caught up on was consistently I saw the same like shots that would set up the scene.
Okay.
The same two guys walking into one of the buildings was shown multiple times.
Right. They redid it. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
They used that same shot over and over.
It was like, okay.
Yeah, you're just burning up time, aren't you? Patrick, what do you think about this one, man? Are you a Roman time? Are you a ancient a buff in that regard at all? Like, do you follow that?
Yeah, so
era,
like
I suppose?
when I'm playing Civilization, I always play as Rome because, as you know, Rome. Anytime you build a city on the same continent, instant road. You get gold for days. It's amazing. It's wonderful.
You can listen to the Civ Rev podcast, Civ Rev Explorers podcast, hosted by Patrick on Tuesdays 8 p.m. Central.
But unfortunately, I didn't watch this, and I really wanted to watch it.
Okay.
But hearing that it's what my history teacher would have put on, I don't think I'm gonna circle back to this one.
I mean, Kyle said
would
that.
you disagree with that?
I mean, I don't know. I conked out, so it would look good for a while, and maybe it was just like in class when I'd fall asleep. I fell asleep watching it in my chair, maybe. Adam, did you watch this one?
I did.
And you are a buff in these regards.
I am.
You're an expert. Not only are you a space expert, you are. No, you are.
It's true. I mean, I hate it when you just talk about how much knowledge I have. But no, I mean, but to be honest, I thought the same thing you did. I thought like it was going to be a TV show. Like this.
Yeah.
I put together the dockets, guys, but a lot of it's by feel, a lot of it's by instinct. And not a lot of research goes into all these docket picks.
Really?
Unfortunately.
Right.
But this
there was no trailer in your
Yeah,
defense.
there was no trailer. And I saw Sean Bean, Rome. Oh, yeah, let's do this one. This would be a great show. And then I'm watching it, and then all of a sudden they cut to like some professor with crazy hair at George Washington University talking about like, oh, the Romans did this. I'm like, oh, it's one of these History Channel shows?
Yeah.
Oh man! I was super bummed. And
I think you even reached out to me. You're like, which one did we had another one scheduled? Which one did we replace this one with anything? But no, we didn't.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, so I was a little bummed by that because I watched a lot of I watched Rome on HBO. If you ever saw that original series,
sure.
I watched Spartacus. I've seen like all those type of shows based on Rome TV shows. So I thought I was gonna. I put this on my list on Netflix like years ago, and I've been waiting to get to it. And I was like, yes, now we have a chance to watch it, and I can force Dale and Patrick to watch it with me, and we can talk about it. It's like because I love this type of history. Like this is why I took a lot of these courses in college. And so, I mean, it is interesting. It's awesome. But in terms of Netflix and exploring Netflix, it's not in that realm.
Sure.
It's more of a, hey, you want to learn some stuff? this is where you go.
Oh, and as far as informative goes, just like you said, yeah, you're seeing the visuals of how things worked and you know the lifestyle of these people, and then boom, you're cutting to professors and you're getting rock solid information to back up the little story, the little docudrama they got going on.
I think when I heard Netflix original, that's what made me think TV show automatically.
Sure.
Because I would expect like Rome, Empire Rated Blood, History Channel, or BBC, or you know something like that. Or PBS, the Netflix original kind of putting this together, which is, I guess it's kind of cool. That's we're definitely exploring. They're definitely going out in a different realm. Right. So,
I mean, where else can we go with this one? What else you want to talk about? Let's go through. Can we go through?
Well, it's about Commodus. He was the Roman Empire. If you ever seen the movie Gladiator,
sure,
it's Joaquin Phoenix. So the whole show is based off Joaquin Phoenix as emperor playing Commodus.
Okay.
And it's like his whole rule, and he was pretty much the last. They say that his reign started the decline of the Roman Empire.
Oh,
so this is when it all starts coming down. And it's got some pretty. He's a pretty interesting guy. Like you think like Trump's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like this guy was executing his number twos. He was having his mistresses make foreign policy. Like, right. You know, like he was a gladiator. He went in the ring and fought against lions and called himself a god and Hercules and all this stuff. So he was nuts. Yeah. Like he's a pretty interesting guy.
Sure. Oh, so you would call this series like Gladiator 2, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Gladiator 2, the story of Joaquin Phoenix.
Right. Okay, cool. I mean, all right. Well, then, I don't know. Can we do like is there anything more to add? You guys, I mean, we're just kind of touching on this now. It's a series. If basically, as Adam said, if you want to dive into this type of series, you're going to want only to stick around for the information. You're not going to, if you think it's a story or a mini.
It's not a TV show. We confirm that.
Yes.
Patrick,
what do you got?
No, going off of what Adam's saying, it sounds a lot more interesting. Like, because if it's going to chronicle the fall of Rome, that would be kind of a cool show, and just to sit down and watch it. Like, if it's not going to have gladiator style stuff. I know we've watched a couple of Roman Empire movies that were really good, but this one seems like it's more.
There is a lot of good dramatization, though.
No, that's what I started off with. The dramatization, the
that's what made me think it was a TV show.
Yeah, that acting was fine, and everyone, it looked good, and the actors, it wasn't poorly done, but it's just a lot of information, and just a lot of people talking, explaining stuff.
Right. It's going to history class.
It is. So if you like that course in history, then God bless you. You're good to go. Right.
Right.
All right.
Then we go right into drink review.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's do pros and cons real quick. Can we do a pros and cons? Kyle, you got pros and cons?
Pro, it is educational.
Okay.
And con, it's educational.
Nice. Patrick, well, you...
Pro, it sounds really cool. Con, it kind of is not going to be what I'm expecting, so...
Adam, pros, cons.
Pro, I enjoy this stuff, so it's you learn a lot, so I guess educational. Con... You guys really didn't watch it, so you really didn't fall into my trap.
I watched 2 episodes.
Kyle, sorry, dude.
Apology accepted.
Pro for me, yeah, I mean, visually it's good. The story sequences are done very well, but the cons are, it made me fall asleep, kind of like history class. I don't know.
Was your trap to educate us?
Yeah.
Oh, you dog.
Adam, I'm going to do rewatch recommend.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it.
Okay. You're going to finish the series.
That was kind of why I put it on the docket. It was my excuse to watch it.
I got you.
I got some, we got so much exploring to do.
There's a lot of it's hard work.
Whenever there's stuff I want to watch on my own, I got to sneak it into the docket. So, to force the hand.
We're finally realizing.
And then once it goes through docket approval, then it's booked.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so you're going to rewatch it. And you recommend what? History buffs?
Yeah.
Okay. Patrick, we're going to bypass you, I suppose?
Well, I mean, you probably should, but I don't know. I think it sounded like...
Kyle, rewatch recommend. What do you got for rewatch recommend, Kyle?
For me, it's a no and no.
No and no. I'm with you. I'm not going to revisit, and I wouldn't expect anybody else to either. Drink review, Adam, if you got one.
Yeah, it's water from the drinking fountain in the school.
Oh.
You go outside of class. Hey, can I get some water? Guys, need to walk around and
Stretch my legs.
give me that hall pass. Getting out of here.
Kyle, what about you? Drink review for this one.
This one I gave a little thought to and chose a Keystone Light.
Okay.
Keystone because Roman architecture used the keystone in the arches.
Oh.
Damn.
And it reminded me of high school, college-y history class. So Keystone Light.
Multiple layer drink.
There you go.
Top class.
This one I got is Coffee and Bailey's. I mean, it starts off, you're excited, Adam's excited, he puts it on the docket, you pour yourself a cup of coffee. It's great. You know, well, before I sit down and watch this film, I'm going to pour some Bailey's in there, and you drink it, and you fall asleep. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did. That drink review is the best one ever.
I like. Well, so far you've fallen asleep in 2 out of the 2 movies. How about Polka King? Did you make it through?
Polka King, 2017 film. Local Pennsylvania polka legend Jan Lewan develops a plan to get rich that shocks his fans and lands him in jail. A way too low IMDb of 5.9. Biography, comedy, drama, and dead nuts on the wheelhouse. 95 minutes. It is another Netflix original. Adam, why don't you roll the trailer?
Now, Jan, you always have so much going on. You're constantly on the road with the band. You've got the store,
So it's Jack
the record
Black.
label, the radio program, Jan Levon flavored vodka,
And now, Jan Levon European tours. Jan Levon always expanding. When I was little boy in Poland, all the times I dreaming of America. Your invest helped build all my business.
You cannot go wrong with this man. He never stops.
We went in.
We all get rich.
I heard that people are investing money with you.
Yes, come see me at the show.
Based on a true story.
Great job
It's
out there,
boats.
Lanny, with
It's
the
boats,
real good
everybody.
manners today. Oh, nice and thick.
Nice and thick. My favorite size. See you on the bus, Lonnie.
Oh,
Whoa.
Innuendo.
yes. It's very good investment to help build empire.
Oh, no. I'm not here to invest. What you're doing is illegal. As of today, you have to give all that money back to your investors.
Today or some other today? How I make all this money?
We want to invest more in Jan Lewin show gifts.
Something's going on.
No, nothing on. Everything good.
If you do anything to hurt this family, I will destroy you.
Okay.
In America.
No. I just need to fill out papers and forms.
Schemes
Bribes are being alleged.
This business stinks.
do come true.
You only have yourselves to blame. There's something very wrong with you.
Jason Schwartzman. Awesome.
Yep.
It's America. We all get second chance.
So, that is a Polka King. Again, boats. I see that in red on top of the notes, Patrick. Patrick, you want to rocket through some of your notes here?
Yeah, it's an original story based on the Polish guy who got himself tied up in some stuff. It's filmed in Rhode Island. It's boats, and the real guy was attending the Sundance Film Festival screening at the theater. During the cast of Q&A, Jan joined Jack Black on stage and performed an a
cappella?
a cappella. Man, I'm screwing myself on the notes. A cappella version of the polka rap. So
Okay. This one, I think we changed this one up for another film. Just by random, I popped it on. This is one of those movies you watch that's not on the docket, and I went like, this is good enough to be on the docket. But was I right? Kyle, what did you think about this one? Polka King. Any good? No good?
Well, yeah, it was a good movie. I didn't pay full attention. I watched this while doing laundry.
Okay, so it's a laundry doc.
Laundry, yeah. Laundry comedy.
Right.
Lawn
com.
And I did watch the trailer first, so I kind of had the gist, and then even the first, like you said, 7 minutes, you kind of get the gist.
Sure.
And so I was along for the ride, but I wasn't getting more.
I see.
throughout.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Patrick, what about you? Did you watch this one?
Yeah, I watched the trailer, and I thought the trailer was pretty good, but the movie as a whole, I'm kind of saving it.
Saving it for another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save it for the cast.
Save it for the cast. Adam, what'd you think?
I really
Polka
like
King.
this. I really like this movie, dude. I really like Jack Black.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah.
And I thought he was perfect. This is his perfect kind of movie.
Sure.
You know, and it was good because it's an interesting story on itself.
Right.
You know, this guy, he's the Polka King of Pennsylvania.
Right.
You know, he goes around singing polka. And he wants to dream big. He wants to build an empire, make lots of money, make lots of money.
Right.
You know, and then Jack Black does the accent great.
Sure.
And you know, but that's a good story. But then Jack Black brings a different dimension to it because he's more comedy. I think he makes Jan Luan more relatable, and you like him more than you would have if you just told the story in a more dry fashion.
Right.
So I thought it was a really good blend of comedy, biopic, drama.
Yeah.
I thought he nailed that.
Well, we watch the struggle. I mean, highs and lows. We see the cop come in and go like, man, you got to give all this money back. So it was like, you know, his little American dream is kind of busted there, but like you see a dark side to this character. And if you know the story, it is boats, and there's actually a documentary on Netflix about this guy. And you see the dark side, and I think, we think Jack Black's funny, wait for him to fall down, but you see him, you know, there's a guy that's struggling to try to, you know, make it big, and he's got big dreams, and he's a hustler, and he's a go-getter.
They portrayed him in a very positive light.
Yeah. But you still see him struggle, and he did really well at that. Again, you expect him to fall down, but he did a great kind of the dark side of his character. He did really well, I thought. Jason Schwartzman did really good, kind of his clarinet player, his buddy, his number 2 guy. And I really liked this one. I thought it was really cool. And once I think I was halfway through, and I went like, all right, time to IMDb, see what's going on. Who's that person? Who's this person? What's the deal? And I'm like, wait. And I did not know this was boats.
I did not know either.
And I went, holy smokes, so this is the real deal. And fast forward to the very end of the film, not to spoil anything for this historical event that's already out there in public consumption, but they show clips of the real Jan Luan, and it's like, way to go, Jack Black. Nice work. Like, you really held up this side of the character. Does it say anything about how, I don't know, the real guy, did he like it or not like it? I don't know. Usually, sometimes people are like, I didn't like how I was portrayed, or this or this or this. But
if you went up on stage and sang with Jack Black, he can't be too salty about it.
That's true. So he seems like a fun-loving guy. He's a polka king.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah, you can't sing polka and be miserable.
Right.
It's not the right kind of music genre.
Yeah. So, Kyle, did you hear about this guy in the past at all? Did you know this was like a real story in the past? I had no idea this was a thing.
I had not heard of this story prior to it being on the docket, but I did a little research when I saw that it was based on a true story. So I learned a little bit.
Okay.
And I actually watched a few clips from the actual documentary. And man, I mean, sometimes scene for scene in this one, they nailed it. I mean, they took real life and replicated it like to the T. They changed the names to protect the innocent kind of thing. But I mean, it was really well done in that sense.
Yeah. They really ripped off real life. You replicated real life.
I mean, that's how like, I didn't know it was boats going into it. In the last scene, he's like rapping polka. And I was like, oh my God, like rapping polka, all right, whatever. And then they flopped to the real Jan Luan rapping polka. And I was like, shut up.
And Jack Black did it better.
Yeah.
I mean, his was more enjoyable.
Right.
It seemed like this Jan Luan was kind of like, why do people go see him kind of thing? Like, how is he getting shows in Vegas?
Right.
But
yeah, I mean, it was cool. I really like, too, how I love when you set something. I mean, this kind of, think about Stranger Things, and they put you in the 80s, 90s, and you're like, man, every aspect of this is 80s, 90s. They did a great job. Same with this one. It was like everything was in that era, and what they wore and how it was put together. They spared no expense. I thought it looked visually it was cool. It was good looking. It was a good story. Jack Black, of course it's a human tale, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
Yep.
I'm glad it was added to the docket.
What's your pros and cons?
Pros and cons. Pros are, I'll say Jack Black's awesome and better, as Kyle said, maybe better than the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Jack Black, so it's definitely worth a watch. Cons is, what are the cons here? I don't know. If you don't want to follow this guy's story, you're going to be, you know what it's about right away. If you're not on board right away, it's going to shut you down right away. So the con can be, quick and dirty and shut you down right away. That's my con on this. Kyle, what about you?
Very similar to you, Jack Black is the pro. His singing always impresses me, from School of Rock to this.
Tenacious D,
he's always there, and you don't expect it out of him. And then the con in this story is Jan Luan.
Ah. Ooh. Oh, dirty.
Con man.
Dirty. He is a con man. That was a good one. That was a good pick. Dang.
That was good.
Adam, pros and cons, me, man.
Yeah, like you guys already said, Jack Black's awesome. It's like I said, I thought he brought a great dimension to it. And he's so entertaining to it's like if there's any where you can ever sing and do an accent,
right?
That's like the perfect blend, almost, And the con, I would say there were some times where I felt like the movie was pretty awkward, and I didn't want to watch parts of it because how awkward it was getting, and I was like, I want to fast forward this. I don't want to watch this. We had a lot of those awkward tension moments.
Yeah.
But Jack Black was so infectious that you wanted to watch him be Jan Luan the whole time.
Yeah, right.
So, and very pro-American. It was good.
Sure.
Yep. So
yeah,
that was good.
That was good.
That was awesome. When he sang that one I'm American song, that was sweet.
This was like the Polish version of The Founder.
You nailed it, dude.
Did you have it written down?
Yeah, dude, that's a great comparison.
Yeah,
I felt the same way about The Founder I feel about this movie.
Right. Well, then what was the con then? What was your con?
What did I say? Oh, I felt it was awkward at times.
Oh, right, that's true.
I
Okay.
couldn't watch it. Yeah.
Then flip it right back around, rewatch, recommend.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it, especially the singing parts.
Yeah,
it's just,
it was fun. And it would be like a show. It wasn't. They would play. It'd be full on songs, and then they'd cut to shots of the crowd, but the song's still going. It's like a music video. Right. It's like a bunch of music videos.
Yeah,
pretty cool. Kyle, rewatch, recommend.
Rewatch for me, no. But yeah, I'd recommend it.
Okay, I'm on the same boat. I don't need to revisit it. It was fun. If somebody's watching it, maybe I'll stick around. But if I definitely suggest it. It's a cool tale by it. On its own, it's an interesting tale. We'll call it that. So it's worth a watch. Originally, Adam, can you bring us down Lickstraw Isle for this one?
I can.
Sure.
But I'll do it because I want to, not because you told me to.
I'm asking you politely.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I would give this one. This is like I gave this one a Sierra Nevada Torpedo.
Okay.
I think I've used that before, but it is it's like a go-to. It's a solid beer. It's upper shelf beer. I enjoy it, and it's something I'll always oh yeah, Torpedo. Yeah, that's great.
Sure.
I know everything about that. That's good.
Everything about that is good.
Yeah,
right. Kyle, what about you, man? What do you got?
I went with vodka soda.
Okay.
Just because the Polish like their vodka.
Sure.
So I've been told. I'm not Polish. But.
Yeah, my wife is, and can confirm.
What did Julie think about this movie?
She really liked it, and she knew. If I'm not mistaken, she'll listen to the podcast and deny all this, but I think she this was like her family knows all about the story and everything like that. Being from their folks are off the boat, so it's they know the tales and they know about this, and she knew the backstory. And when she heard the name, she knew what this was going to be about. But yeah, that vodka thing, you're right on, and that
Good.
you kind of stole mine. Polish vodka. It's dirty. It's dirty, and it's real. It's real and it's dirty. And just like this guy, just like Jack Black, it's real and it's dirty.
Nice.
This is it's down and dirty. And this guy, did the hustle. He tried to just grind it to the top. So,
right.
So that's that. That's what we think about that. We got to get off the fence, though, guys.
With tears in my eyes.
What's a movie of the week?
I guess I'll go Polka King.
Polka King.
Yeah.
The Loft.
The Loft.
I'm going to go with The Loft.
I'm going to say The Loft as well. That's where we're at. I thought it was really good, man.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
The second time around. The one time I stayed awake for.
Yes.
Now, guys, we're on Facebook. Facebook.com/TheNetflixExplorers. We are on Twitter. We are at TheNetX, right? I think that's us.
Yeah.
Follow us. Be our friend. We're on iTunes, of course. If you're listening in the background, we got a little Jack Black doing the polka rap. But yeah, hop on iTunes, subscribe. It takes 22 seconds to leave a rating and a review. We'd really appreciate if you did that. It helps us get seen. So that's super cool. And 1890studios.com, 1890studios.com. Patrick, what's on the website these days? Our local IT.
We got the glossary. We got some polls.
You got some polls up
there?
there?
We have our special guest photos if you want to see who's down here.
Okay, cool.
We also have the region review up there if you want to plug that for a moment.
Well, I mean, we do another podcast all about here, the region, Northwest Indiana. And it's a very exciting podcast, I would say.
Indeed.
But anyway, guys, we of course want to just say thank you so much for listening. And as we say here at the Netflix Explorers, we will see you next time. So long.
Adios.
Everyone in Sheboygan was singing my polka songs, but I never realized things could go so very wrong. Listen to my story, to the tale that I relate, so you and your loved ones may escape my awful fate. Hey!
With tribulation, contrite and tribulation, but I stayed in meditation, overcome my situation. You can say I did it all. They wanted to see me fall. I've been locked behind the walls, but still I standing tall. I don't leave the Via Loca.
He's Aomir. Who's Aomir in Lord of the Rings?
Beats me.
That guy. He's in it.
If he's not in House of Cards, Dale doesn't know.